to YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of K Palace. Yes, I changed the name officially to K Palace. I took off the dub part because just to be more just be more like professional. You know what I mean? With the podcast, you want to be more professional. I thought K Dub, like my name K Dub, just to like if I want to get into certain doors like in this media space, I want to have like a kind of like a professional name a little bit. So um bless me in the comments, but yeah, I want to have like a different name, a little bit more of like a more mature name. That's it. Anyway, yeah. So the name has changed to K Palace now, not K Dub Palace. I feel like K Dub Palace was a little bit too much to say, so it's gonna be called K Palace. But as y'all can see, the Pacers are going to the finals to play OKC. Um, I'll explain how that matchup is going to be later. I just want to get through this press conference or whatever with Tyrese. I mean, he was for the most overrated player in the league, and the most overrated player in the league is going to the finals. Now, in my opinion, I think that with Siakam winning the Conference Player of the Year, what Eastern Conference Player of the Year, I think Siakam is going to. He should be able to carry us over to the finals. He's been there before with Kawhi with the Raptors. Now with Tyrese Haliburton, we gotta see. Um, Indiana, and OKC are two small market teams. Yeah, I used to be an OKC fan. I know how their fan base is. It's very lit. So it will be lit to see OKC finally win the championship, which is probably going to happen. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the Pacers can beat OKC. Um, both these teams are young, but I think OKC got a little bit more experience over there. With Hartenstein and Caruso, um, even Lou Dort has been through some stuff. You know what I mean over there. Nah, yeah, I guess. But then again, the Pacers are really good too. But they got the MVP over there, Shai, and I'm gonna say it, man. I like how they play, but it's good to see how a Shai can average 30 and Jalen Williams, J Dub over there can still get his as well. So that's interesting to me. Yeah, man. But let's see what Tyrese is gonna say in the press conference about him making his first finals appearance. Now I'm gonna say this. Now I just seen somebody just say earlier that OKC and the Pacers both traded Paul George, and both teams are in the finals now. I feel like my thing is like, what does Paul George gonna do with this whole thing? But bro, like everybody gotta get their little clicks and views. So, but anyway, man, but let's see what Terry's gotta say, man.
All right, let's hear from Tyrese Haliburton now. 21 points, 13 assists in Game 6.
Ty, can you kind of take us through your emotions just as that final buzzer sounds and the ceremony's about to start?
It's a special feeling. Special feeling to do it with this group. We got to the same spot last year, fell short, and man, we just worked our tails off as a group to get back here. It's been a bumpy road with our start, and man, just really proud of the resilience of this group. We had so many different guys chip in. We've been through so many things this year, and we just kept pushing. And like I said, I'm just really proud of this group.
I saw you and Pascal's long embrace down there. What was that like for you two?
Yeah, it's special, man. Obviously, when we brought him here, we envisioned, doing something like this, doing something special, and it's just really special that he's been here. He's been like a big brother for me, somebody that I can really trust, somebody that I can really lean on to talk to, and just somebody who can always keep me steady. And this is an exciting time. Um, but we understand that there's a long road ahead, a lot more work to do. But yeah, it's really special, to do this. And we just talked about, man, this is what we got together to do, to do something special. And we're part of it right now. We're doing something special. And like I said, we got 4 more to go.
Ty, when you were traded here, Kevin Pritchard came out before your first game and said, this is like us landing our Andrew Luck or our Peyton Manning. To go from that to this.
Yeah, it's
Bro, for them to win the championship, bro, listen, if the Pacers win the championship, first of all, I seen Kylie Jenner at the game. I seen Kylie in Indiana. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know why she at the game, but bro, y'all gotta stop spreading that bad luck in the Kardashian family. Gotta stop spreading that bad energy, bro. You know what I mean? And I mean no disrespect, but some of them in that family, but they bring like they energy is really dark. And right now ain't the time for no Kardashian to be, you know what I'm saying, in the picture right now. I'm just saying.
chance on me. I love being a Pacer. It's there's nothing like it, and this is a really, really special feeling for me. Um, and I'll take the time to reflect on it, you know, later, because still a lot more work to do. But this is really exciting.
Ty, I know you live in the moment and look ahead, but history's important too. And to do it almost 25 years to the day than the last time, same team, Reggie, Jalen in the building and on the home court, how much special, even more special, does that make it?
Yeah, obviously, Reggie in the building, it is a really special thing. When it happened 25 years ago, I was not even 6 months old. So, I think this is a really special time for our organization, special time for our fans. There's a lot of fans who, have never seen the success from this organization, especially people around my age, they weren't alive for it. So, it's really special what we're doing. And we're just trying to keep making this a special place, a place where people want to, come and people want to watch and want to be a part of. And, this is a really, really special group, and I'm really thankful that I'm doing it with these guys. I'm thankful that our front office believed in this group to keep us together, to not do a crazy roster turnover, to keep this group together and see something in ourselves that maybe quote unquote experts didn't see. So yeah, it's really special, but we understand we got a long road ahead. But yeah, like I said, it's just a special feeling.
Ends
Uh, how
What'd you think of his play and how impactful were those big plays that he had?
He had 3 blocks. Wow. Yeah, trying to get like me. Uh, we always mess with him because he's got all that athleticism, but just doesn't use it on the defensive end sometimes. But nah, Obi was big for us off the bench. Obviously this series playing against his team, there's probably a little bit more juice for him, considering this is where he came from. But man, he was special tonight. Just did all the little things that we need him to do, made play after play, especially down the stretch, cutting, rolling. That's why we brought him here. So really special. And we understand we've preached depth this whole year. We keep talking about it, and it's not just a word we use, for fun. This is our identity, and this is who we are. And so I thought we did a great job of utilizing that. We had many different people step up. I thought Jarris Walker was amazing. A guy like that who, his minutes have come here and there in this series. He hasn't really seen a ton of playing time. He came and was prepared to go, and I thought he had big time minutes. And Thomas Bryant, he's had a couple games where he, a couple DNPs, came prepared and made some big time shots and big time plays. So that's just what's important to us. We've been preaching, how special we are as a group and how much depth matters, and we're showing it. So, like I said, man, it's just really special.
In Gainbridge Fieldhouse with Pacers fans celebrating this moment and a moment in history for Pacers.
Yeah, I think as a group, we really did want to get it done in the Garden last game, but I thought we just didn't come out and play the right way. But I looked at it as kind of like delayed gratification. You look at it and understand we didn't come to play in Game 5. I don't know where Doyle is, but we just didn't play hard enough. And that happens. I know that was a question, but we just didn't play hard enough. And I thought we did a great job responding. I thought we did a great job of controlling the margins and winning that battle. So like I said, I'm just really proud of of this group, and it is special to do it in front of our fans, in front of our family, and enjoy it with them. And yeah, it's definitely probably be a core memory in our lives. But I think there's a lot more work to do, and let's just keep creating memories.
Kind of on that note, 10 steals, 18 turnovers, 34 points off turnovers. Just how important was defense tonight? I guess what does it say? I guess for just the progress you guys have made over the course of really the last year and a half to get to this point, and it's defense to kind of get you in there in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I just think the buy-in from our whole group has been huge. Last year, all that was being said was we couldn't win because we don't guard anybody. And all we try to do is outscore people. And I think we've taken such a big step on the defensive end as a group. I think Andrew, Aaron, and Miles kind of lead that, and me and Pete do, are, trying to follow their lead and get it going on that side of the ball. And then our bench guys just come in and bring more energy. So, I think the step we've made on that side of the floor is why we're here. And, we got our work cut out for us, playing against the MVP, playing against one of the best offenses in the league, the best team in the league. So we got to be prepared next series. But I think our buy-in as a group has been huge, and I'm just really proud of our group.
Yeah, Ty, I wanted to ask, in the whirlwind of your first finals celebration, do you think at all about the Thunder, or are you too much now oh my God, we made the finals?
Yeah. I think human nature, when you see them win, it's easy to watch them win and be like, okay, so we're going to play next. We just got to win one more game. And I think that's the human nature part of it. But I think we talked as a group about just being as present as possible, because this game very well could have went a different way. And then, all the pressure would be on us to go win there in Game 7. Just trying to be as present as possible as a group. And I think there was never a conversation about, we play OKC next, and what is it going to look like, and blah, blah, blah. There was never that conversation, but I think human nature is going to creep in. You're going to think about it. But I thought we did a great job of living in the moment today, making the plays we needed to today. And, I'd be lying if I told you right now my head's not thinking about what's next and, how we're going to attack these guys and, compete against these guys and what we're getting into. But I just trying to be as present as possible, because like I said, this is going to be something that I remember, for the rest of my life. And so I want to be as present as I can, and I will. But of course, I'm thinking about what's next, because we got to work it out for us.
I want to think about kind of what came before really quick. Just, considering the rough start you guys had, you're under 500 in January even. Just what did it take for this group to make a run to the finals?
The all-new Whoop is here.
I think many things. I think.
Damn, bro, I was on mute the whole time, bro. Listen, what I was saying was, bro, it's crazy how they was struggling at the beginning of the year, and then now they're in the finals, bro. They would have never beaten the Celtics, bro. If Tatum and tears Achilles, bro, they was not beating the Celtics, and the Knicks for sure weren't beating the Celtics if Tatum was healthy. I know they was up 3-1, but bro, they would have came back down 3-1 and beat the Knicks, bro. Real talk.
Many different guys are playing one another to do that. We had, two guys go down. Both our backup bigs go down early in the year with torn Achilles. Double A and Drew go through some early season injuries. We're, starting different guys. Many different guys are playing. I thought we just did a great job of staying together as a group and not worrying about outside noise. Internally, we had expectations to be here. And this isn't a surprise to any of us because of what we wanted to do. And I think, obviously there's a turning point there in December or January or whatever the case may be. But I just thought we did a great job of, like I mentioned earlier, just being as present as possible, not living in the past, not worrying about what's next, just worrying about what's now. And I thought we did a great job of that as a group. And, I think we all went through different things this year. Obviously, me personally, I had my struggles. Many guys had their struggles. But I think as a group, we just leaned on each other. And that's the most special part about this group. These guys in the locker room are are going to be my brothers for life. And what they've done for me, I can't even really put into words because where I was earlier in the year was really really tough for me, and I'm just really appreciative of those guys, appreciative of this moment and the fans and everybody sticking with me and my family and my loved ones, and yeah, I think there's a lot that went into it, and it's hard to really put into words like in this moment. Um, but yeah, it's a special time to be a part of this group. It's a special time to be a Pacer fan and to be a part of this organization. And we just have great people in that locker room, you know, from our players to our coaches to our support staff to our ball boys to everybody. To everybody that is a part of this. So it's a really special feeling. And I could ramble and ramble and ramble, and I probably am right now. But I just think I can't put into words how special this group is and how much this means to us. So, like I said, we're gonna enjoy it for the night, um, and then as a group come together and get ready for what's in front of us. Because what's in front of us is the first of four, and we understand we got a big challenge in front of us, a great team, and we're gonna be prepared. And we're gonna be ready. So, I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good matchup. I'm saying two young guards going head to head. It's gonna be a good matchup. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video, man. I got OKC winning, even though I don't care who wins. Um, you know, all that matters is that there's gonna be a new champion, and somebody's gonna be a champion for the first time between Shai and Tyrese Haliburton. So I think we should pick a side, just enjoy the matchup between two young upcoming guards in the league. Go head to head. Clearly, the league is in great hands. You're seeing a lot of young players around my age that's coming up. They're making deep playoff runs like with Tatum and Luka, um, and Shai and Tyrese now. Like you're seeing a lot of the young, you know, even like Brunson. You know what I'm saying, even Brunson is, Cade Cunningham, Trey Young. Even though Trey hasn't really been in it for a few years, but you know, he was able. He made a deep playoff run. So, um, Ja gonna make a deep playoff run very soon. Trust me. But yeah, man, the new generation is here. So yeah, uh, me and Tyrese are born the same year, same everything. So yeah, man. Now it's time for niggas like Zion. Like I know, like Ant Man would go. Listen, I know Ant Man would go to the conference finals. You know what I mean? Like Ant was close back to back years, and he came up short. But now it's time for the Zion, the Ja, the Wimby, um, Apollo, the Lamellos. It's time for them to go crazy. Cooper Flag when he get in the league. It's gonna be their turn. Um, but again, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're new, man. It's gonna be a good finals run. And I'm gonna see y'all when the finals start.